Everybody, it's Tina. Today, I want to talk to you for a few minutes in regards to pacifiers. And just like anything else, there are varying opinions in regards to pacifiers. We're going to talk about pacifiers specifically in regards to breastfeeding. And the first thing I want to talk about is it is really a good idea to avoid any artificial nipple during the first few weeks in regards to breastfeeding. Baby is learning to latch, learning to let you know when he or she is hungry or full. And breastfed babies nurse really, really often. And that's a really good thing. Sometimes I hear moms say, I feel like my baby is just using me as a pacifier. And I tell moms that that's really not a bad thing. I know it's exhausting sometimes, but during those first few weeks, um, breastfeeding is the law of supply and demand. So the more you breastfeed, the more milk your body will make. But also the stimulation, the nipple stimulation of having baby at the breast often and the skin to skin contact also helps to build your milk supply. Um, and when baby is learning to latch, it's a really wide gape. The mouth needs to be in a really wide gape. Almost looks similar to like when they're yawning. So to get a really good latch, a correct latch, baby needs to have a wide gape. And pacifiers can encourage like smaller mouth movements. So that's one thing to take into consideration. Um, it's really easy when you're tired to use a pacifier. And if you really are trying to get your milk supply built, you know, during those first 3 or 4 weeks, even if baby has just eaten, it may seem to you like, well, I don't need to breastfeed again, or I shouldn't breastfeed again because he just ate an hour ago. But in reality, that's really what you want to be doing, is to put that baby back to the breast as often as possible. And so pacifiers can kind of discourage, um, baby might suck on a pacifier for a few minutes and be lulled off to sleep when really it would be better if baby was at the breast again. So those things take into consideration. Some people, and there are varying opinions. I will put some links in below this video because dentists have different opinions. I think most of them agree that, especially as baby gets into toddlerhood after the age of 2 or 3, that pacifiers really can mess with teeth development and teeth placement, that sort of thing. So, but there are varying opinions on pacifiers in regards to dental health. So check that out. Check out the links. Do your own research. Just like anything, really good idea, really, for everybody to just have baby at the breast during those first few weeks. But if you decide to use a pacifier later, do your research. Do research and make your judgment call, what's best for you and your family and your baby. But there are a couple things obviously to take into consideration, like we've already talked about. Also, of course, very easy for pacifiers to get germy. Never rinse baby's pacifier if it falls in your mouth and put it in baby's mouth, because the germs from your mouth obviously are going to go direct into baby's mouth. If you do need to clean your pacifier, make sure you clean it well. Obviously, you always want to clean it well, because they can get pretty gross. Some of my kids had pacifiers and some didn't, so I am familiar with them. So make sure they're clean. Always think of safety. Never use the top of a bottle, like a bottle nipple, as a pacifier. Never put a pacifier on a string or ribbon around baby's neck. There has been some research that shows that pacifier use may possibly increase the risk of ear infections. So there are pros and cons to everything. So if you have any specific thoughts on pacifiers or questions, feel free to post them here below the video. And like anything else, hold off till your milk supply is built. If you decide to use a pacifier, do some research, make sure you're using it correctly. So if you think of something else that I've forgotten, mention it. And I hope you're having a great autumn, and I look forward to talking to you soon. Take care. Bye-bye.